Welcome to Zoom TV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and invite you along for the experience. Well, on today's show, Allan Simons jumps in the all-new Ford Territory Titanium thanks to John Hughes Ford.
No one in the car, front seat or back, is going to have a bumpy ride. It's really very good.
City Toyota take us inside their state-of-the-art service department, and now people wouldn't have any excuse not to get their car serviced.
It's actually quite convenient, and really we're adapting to the client's changing needs. These days you've got a number of options.
I'll take you inside a car dealership that specialises in selling cars you dream of driving. That's the thing about these cars, isn't it? You are buying a lifestyle, but you're also getting involved in an exclusive club. And our Sounder celebrity hitchhiker is the king of game shows, Larry Emdur.
I do love a Harley. It was a bucket list thing for me, I don't know, when I was 20. And I had one for a few years. I sold it a year ago and I missed it desperately.
Welcome to Zoom TV. When you think about it, the kind of car you drive really does say a lot about you. I mean, if you've got a family, you drive a family car. If you like a bit of adventure, well, you drive an off-roader. Well, that said, what kind of car would you drive if you want every day to feel like you were living the dream? Well, that car, for me, would be this car. Welcome to Exotica. Exotica is a new prestige dealership located in Wangara, Western Australia. They sell everything you'd expect to find in the garage of the rich and famous. Their showroom features Porsches, Ferraris, Audis, even Aston Martin. And the great thing is, no matter where you're located in Australia, you can buy from them online. Dom, how are you?
Nice to meet you, buddy.
And you too as well, in such a pretty dealership. I mean, every car here I want this one. I'm definitely going to talk to you about this one a little bit later. But tell me the secret, what goes on here at Exotica?
Well, we feel here that we're not just selling cars. We like selling people lifestyles, which you can see when people buy these sorts of cars. It is kind of like a lifestyle.
And that's the thing about these cars, isn't it? You are buying a lifestyle, but you're also getting involved in an exclusive club.
And when you're going into an exclusive club, you want to check all the background. You don't want to just join up any club, you know what I mean? So that's what we sell here. We sell cars that have been fully checked out. They have full service history. We want people to feel confident when they're kind of joining our club.
Okay, so what are the things that some people should look out for? What are the pitfalls when it comes to buying cars like these?
Well, with these cars, they need to be very, very well maintained. Like I said, full service history is a must on these sorts of cars. If they've been untreated and not looked after, it can cost you down the line. And that's what we try and make people feel confident with, that when they're buying from us, they're buying the top quality merchandise that anyone can offer them.
Now, Dom, you have a network of buyers all over Australia. Yes. And you also sell all over Australia as well.
Yeah, we do. With a lot of our cars, they're hard to get hold of. So we have a lot of interest from the eastern states. So we deal a lot over the eastern states as well.
Now, Dom, it would be fair to say you never have a bad day at work. It'd be rare, wouldn't it?
Yeah, very rare.
Well, I'm having one of those rare bad days. So I reckon you could give me a pick-me-up if you let me take the viewers around the block in this 2009 Aston Martin.
You're going to bring it back?
I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to look after it, of course I am. Just going to get the keys. Now, if you would like to buy or sell a really nice exclusive car and live the dream, make sure you log on to exotica.com.au. Now, later in the show, I'm going to be back to drive this 2009 Aston Martin Vantage, and I can't wait. I'm going to feel like James Bond. Coming up after the break, Allan Simons introduces you to the all-new Ford Territory Titanium thanks to John Hughes Ford. That's next on Zoom TV.
So, you need an on-road, off-road car for practicality and fun. You need a certain level of sophistication and all the luxuries of modern motoring. While you're at it, you need a diesel engine with plenty of grunt and yet still have great fuel economy. Well, that's a pretty tall order. What you need is a Ford. To be more precise, what you need is the new Ford Territory Titanium. The Territory joined the Ford SUV lineup way back in 2004, and it's come a long way since then. Occupants in the Titanium are afforded leather upholstery, a premium interior command centre with 8-inch touchscreen and satellite navigation, and an Alpine rear DVD entertainment system with 10.2-inch screen. Rear passengers are able to enjoy acres of space with ample head and legroom, allowing anyone from small kids all the way up to 6-footers to inhabit the second row of seating. The last seating row, however, is strictly the domain of the little ones, but this last row can be laid down to ensure you have a cavernous cargo space. The sensitive and smooth steering of the Ford Territory makes manoeuvring the SUV very easy, tracking on its 18-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels. Suspension is another story altogether. It's a very smooth ride, handling more like a sedan than an SUV. And it is so smooth it irons out all the bumps and road imperfections with ease. And that means that no one in the car, front seat or back, is going to have a bumpy ride. It's really very good. Of course, you'll receive all the safety equipment you need. There's dynamic stability control with rollover mitigation, traction control, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution, emergency brake assist, driver's knee airbag, dual-stage driver and front passenger airbags, side curtain airbags, reverse sensing system, and reverse camera. Now, there are an incredible 30 storage compartments in here, so you can safely and happily stow away all your goodies. You'll also receive that most valuable accessory, the maximum 5-star ANCAP safety rating. We wouldn't go anywhere without it. Oh, and I know there are 30 interior storage compartments because I counted them. I know, I've got to get a life. Okay, don't believe there are 30? Come with me. And 30. Told ya. Yes, if you need a big, solid car to carry plenty of cargo, human or otherwise, don't forget there are 7 seats, and will likely require the use of a tow bar, then the Ford Territory is your car. It's a sophisticated and feature-packed SUV with a smooth-as-silk 6-speed automatic transmission with sequential sport shift and a towing capacity of up to a massive 2,700 kilograms. We always like to check in with the experts about new cars, and John Hughes is certainly an expert. G'day, John.
Thanks, Allan.
Now, look, you've seen a lot of cars in this segment. How does it stack up?
Well, I think first of all you have a look at the appearance of the vehicle. It's the same size inside as the previous model, plenty of room for all of the family. It's a full 7-seater. If you have a look at it, it's very streamlined. It's not as bulky, and it's easier to park. It's got a fantastic diesel engine. You get 8.2 litres per 100 kilometres, which is remarkable for the power of a diesel engine. You've got a 6-speed automatic, and unusually for a car of this size, it's got 5 anchorage points for the children's car seats. Great vehicle, 51,990 drive away with nothing more to pay. I think it's fantastic.
You know your stuff.
Thank you, Allan.
Good to see you. The new Ford Territory Titanium. See it right now at John Hughes Ford. Go to johnhughes.com.au or, as always, follow the links from Zoom TV.
Now joined by this week's Zoomaholic, who happens to be Alex Craig. How are you, Alex?
Good, mate, yourself?
Now, I've had your dad on, I've had your sister on, and now I've got the big brother on. How's that, eh?
Yeah.
Now, your dad is the genius behind, I suppose, adding torque to cars at United Fuel Injection. All the add-ons, he does all the performance.
Yeah, sure does.
What has he done to your car?
Well, this used to be a 2.8, so we changed it out to a 4.2.
2.8s, they're just not good engines, are they? No one wants them.
They're not too bad, you can make power out of them, but the 4.2 is always going to make more.
You haven't just got it in your blood, you're now making a living from it. You're the next generation coming through. Do you find that you have a following on Facebook that your dad does, giving everyone advice on how to add power?
Yeah, I get a fair few people inbox me and that, asking what I've done to my car and that sort of stuff.
It's pretty crazy, the four-wheel drive, diesel, turbo, add the bling to it. It's a pretty crazy world out there. It's like a religion, isn't it? Back to your car, what else have you added to it?
Well, we've put the TDO5 18G on it, which is a nice turbo, just a medium size. The modded fuel pump, give it more fuel obviously, and the front mount intercooler. Yep. With the big airbox and the 4-inch stainless steel snorkel.
I've noticed that the Craig family likes the big snorkel, don't they?
Just to ram the air down the throat of the turbo and get it spooling up nicely and that.
this is the big question. Your sister was pumping out 300.
Yeah.
Your dad's just shy of 400.
Yeah.
What are you pumping out?
Only 250.
Yeah.
I've only got the baby one, but
That's because, let's explain to everyone, it's because you're going through the licence process. You've just got your Ps.
okay. No, not even P's yet.
Not even Ps, Ls. Now, Alex, what is it that you like most about four-wheel driving?
Just to get away from everything, go out there and have some fun, go to the beach and whatnot.
Because you guys work pretty hard in United Fuel Injection. I've noticed your dad's got you doing all the hard stuff.
Yeah.
And he just stands back and just barks the orders.
Yeah, it's always flat out, but it's obviously showing a good sign that we know what we're doing and making good power and whatnot, so. I'm hoping to reach 230 real kilowatt. Yeah. And then maybe more if I want to. Yeah. Obviously, you always get used to it and want more, so.
Well, Alex, thanks very much, man. You've been a trooper. Now, if anyone wants to add any more torque to their car, where do they go?
Bring in United Fuel Injection, we'll sort it out for them, chuck on the dyno, get some more power and whatnot, so yeah.
That easy?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to sort out your car, make sure you go to unitedfuelinjection.com.au or follow the links from Zoom TV. Now, if you have a car you want us to look at, send us an email. You never know, you might be on the show. After the break, thanks to Exotica, I'm going to introduce you to an Aston Martin. That's next on Zoom TV. James Bond had one, and now I have one. Well, for a couple of hours anyway. But not only does this car look fantastic, one thing already that says this car is extreme is its key. Look at it. That is an amazing key in itself, but without any further ado, I'm about to turn my bad day into a good day. Come with me. The thing is with an Aston Martin, it possesses a contagious feeling of power. Where is a racetrack when you need one? Well, within seconds of getting into this car, my bad day has turned into a great day. And it all started when I put the key into the slot. But I tell you what really is making this smile on my face is not the way it drives, not the way it feels, but the way it sounds. Listen to this. Tell you what, happy days. The Vantage comes in a V8 and a V12. Both models are very similar in the way of exterior design, but worlds apart in the way of power. And of course, some internal engineering which is needed to support the power expectations of the bigger engine. This hand-built V12 engine was designed in Aston Martin's headquarters in Gaydon, Warwickshire. The naturally aspirated 6-litre V12 engine produces a whopping 570 newton metres of torque. So if you want to start living the dream, get into Exotica or follow the links from Zoom TV. Now, Dom did say I could borrow the car for the afternoon. Now, sun's still out, still the afternoon. I'm going to go enjoy the drive. Smith, how are you?
Good, Aaron, good.
Now what's going on? You've got me down here to the South Perth foreshore on a beautiful day with what looks like a brand new trade ute.
I'm introducing you to our 4th mobile service van.
I was there when you introduced me to your first mobile service van, so it must be proving popular.
Yes, that's right, Aaron. So we've started off and we've actually grown that fleet quite significantly because of the demand of people wanting the mobile service.
And it's important that they get their car serviced.
That's right. So to maintain your warranty, we must service the car per the scheduled intervals. And these days, you've got a number of options. You can either traditionally come into our workshop and have that vehicle serviced. You can now come in and have a 1-hour express maintenance, so that's a 1-hour while you wait service. Or now we've got 4 vehicles on the road to come to you.
And now people wouldn't have any excuse not to get their car serviced.
It's actually quite convenient, and really we're adapting to the client's changing needs.
So on the way here, I just noticed the little service light come up on the RAV that you let us drive. So how about we put this guy through its paces and see if they can service the RAV in the car park over there.
The good thing is I've brought a friendly technician along with me, so he might be able to help us, Aaron.
Well, hopefully he left his friendly FPOS machine back at work. What do you reckon?
Someone did ring ahead and say it's cash only for you.
Glenn, how are you?
Yeah, good, Aaron.
Now, you head up servicing at City Toyota.
Yes.
We've known each other for a while, so I trust you. I want you to tell me more about the service van.
Okay, so this is the latest addition to the fleet, Aaron. We've got 4 on the road now. Most of the metro areas are covered. They've got the latest equipment in them. They're fully stocked. We do it in your driveway, in your office. Doesn't matter. We'll come.
So it's really convenient, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about.
So what are you finding is popular with the service vans?
Your general routine services, your normal 6 monthly intervals, minor repairs, that sort of thing.
And I guess the best thing is you're getting to meet your service technician. There's no one in the middle, is there? So you can kind of find it exactly from them, watch what they're doing and interact a little bit.
Absolutely. People love it, and they can talk to the guy who's doing the service. You can sit in your land room and watch him do it in your driveway.
Okay, now how do I book?
Easy. 1300 City Toyota, give us a call or jump on the web, make a booking.
Roscoe, how are you?
Oh, good, thanks, Aaron.
Is it almost done yet or not?
It is almost done.
Okay, before you're done, I just want to ask you a few questions.
Not a problem.
Okay, do you find, as a service technician that's out there every day performing these mobile services, that you're able to perform to the same level and do the same job that you would inside the service department?
Absolutely. I find that everything that we need to carry out the services, we do have on board.
Now, Roscoe, the Utes not that big. You wouldn't have everything you need.
Well, each morning we come into work and we know what jobs we've got for the day, so we get all the parts that we need for that job, as well as a few extras just in case we encounter any sort of unforeseen items.
Okay, so a little bit of pre-planning.
Absolutely, it always helps.
Okay, now I pre-planned a coffee just over there, so when you're done, you reckon you could bring the keys over?
Absolutely.
Mate, customer service, City Toyota, you're number 1. Now, Wayne did tell you there's no cost in this, didn't he?
Oh, we'll see what we can do.
So when it comes to your next service or just a little bit of maintenance, make sure you think of the guys at City Toyota. Go to citytoyota.net.au or call 1300 City Toyota. Join me after the break with this week's Asander Celebrity Hitchhiker, king of Australian game shows, Mr. Larry Emdur. That's next on Zoom TV. Welcome back to Zoom TV. Now I'm with one of my favourite game show hosts, Larry Emdur. How are you, sir?
How you going? Good,
I'm going really well. I've always wanted to meet you because I've always seen you. You're one of those guys that are on TV in some shape or form, on some show, normally a game show, for a long time. You've been around for a long time.
I think I'm cheaper than anybody else.
You're busy now, but you've been in TV for how long?
32 years this year. 32 years, yeah.
So where did it start?
Started, I was kicked out of school when I was 15. Thankfully, I got a job at a newspaper by accident that allowed me to surf during the day. And then I just sort of took an interest in writing and the production side of the newspaper and started writing, started submitting stories to the newspaper. And then sort of became some kind of journalist, some kind of poor man's journalist. And that eventually led to a job in the Channel 7 newsroom.
Is that what turned it around for you? The fact that you just worked so hard to achieve?
I should say yes, but I'm going to go back to luck. I think it was just lucky, because clearly I wasn't qualified to do anything. Yes, I was a news reporter, but then they asked me to do a game show. Yep. And all the other news reporters were like, oh, I'm a news reporter, I wouldn't want to do that. My career changed then. A big shift from news guy to game show guy. Yep. But that was luck, you know, that was luck, and me maybe being stupid. Because if I was taking my journalism seriously, probably I should have said no to the game show.
You're very versatile. You got the Weekend Sunrise that you do a very good job on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And then you've got
morning show's going great.
The morning show, and then you've got obviously Price is Right.
Importantly too, there's been a lot of failures in there, like a lot. Like I believe in 32 years, I think I've hosted something like 28 different shows.
Yeah.
So that represents a lot of failures. Because if they're the successful ones, you're there for 10 years and you're happy.
I've heard that you're more of a motorbike person than a car person. So I would ordinarily ask the Asander Fast 5. 4 of the questions are about cars. I'm going to turn those questions and make them about bikes. You happy with that?
Sure.
First question is the first bike you ever owned.
The first, it was a real bitch of a thing. It was literally, it was based on a Yamaha 650. It was a stretched dragster frame. It had a chopper front and a something back, and it was and it was beautiful. And I'd pull it up. It rode like I needed a kidney belt, but I had to have it.
Okay, what is your opinion of the best bike ever made, and why?
Well, I have to say the new Harley now, because I've got one. Just got it last week.
No.
I do love a Harley. It was a bucket list thing for me, I don't know, when I was 20. And I had one for a few years. I sold it a year ago and I missed it desperately. So just got a new one last week. And
Have
it's
they
beautiful.
kept the rumble? Or I heard.
Oh, it's all about the rumble.
Yeah, but I heard they're trying to bring it in a little bit because people were starting to get over it. How can you get over a rumble on a Harley?
It's all about the rumble.
It's all about the rumble.
All about the badge and the rumble. That's
I
what it's
made
all
the
about.
rumble up then. That was my. I don't know how else to describe it. What would you say would be the worst bike ever made on one? It can be anything.
Oh,
You can be nasty about one particular
no,
bike.
I couldn't even tell you because I've only had that Yamaha thing, which was a dog of a bike,
That's it.
and the Harley. So I couldn't even tell you. I haven't spent my life on bikes.
What is your biggest fear?
I ride like like a great grandmother. I've got kids, I've got responsibilities, I've got a job, and I'm so conscious when I go out on the road. But my biggest fear is someone else.
Yeah.
A very dear friend of mine hit from the side he was doing perfectly the right thing. Someone smacked him from the side who was on the phone at the time. No, I suppose that's my biggest fear. So.
Other drivers. I admire you.
Thank
You're
you.
a great bloke. I would aspire to have a career about as half as good as yours.
Oh, I really appreciate
Well
that.
done,
It's very
well
kind
done.
of you to say
And
that.
thank you very much for entertaining my mum every
Pleasure.
afternoon. I appreciate it.
Well,
That's
say
it.
hi to your mum for me.
I
I don't think
will.
anyone else is using that at the moment.
There you go. Done. And we're done, people. Thank you for watching. Thank you also to this week's Asanda Celebrity Hitchhiker, the king of Australian game shows, Mr. Larry Emdur, a personal hero of mine. Now, if you want to know anything more from today's show, go to our website, zoomtv.com.au. While you're there, download our free iPhone app, made free thanks to Asanda. You can set rego reminders. You can even remind yourself when the show's on. How cool is that? Now, until next week, thanks for watching. Bye for now. And make sure whatever you do that zooms, you do it safe. I'm about to take this for a safe ride. I'm just going to get John to give me the keys. Good luck. And that's a wrap.